Axis, I don't know if that was a question. Let me just check out your bullish on altcoins in 24. Definitely, the altcoins are gonna do some amazing stuff. Damn, Axis has taken off once again. Like I remember my last live stream, I wanted this to move a little bit sideways, or a little bit down to come down, but it's just ignored my analysis and just gone higher. This is the first time I think I've been wrong on Axis, and axisALiVE can correct me if I'm wrong here. But yeah, I think this is the first time I've been wrong on this chart. A nice little run here. There's no bearish divergences here, interestingly enough, because they're moving in sync. As the price is going higher, your indicator is going higher. The RSI has been higher in the past. Like we can see this bearish divergences that it formed here, giving you a good indication that the highs might have been in, but this is very hard to catch. It then formed another bearish divergences here, which is there. We can see price going higher, yet our indicator going lower, but that is history now. That bearish divergence is played out. I mean, this RSI got really, really low, and this is where you should have been interested, right? We consumed the whole wick, which is really good. Wicks and tails like to be eaten. And now we've rallied off these levels, but it did rally off a V bottom. We're probably going to see a W on the 4-hour time frame, yeah, and it did make a beautiful little W down here, a few actually. Low, high, higher low, higher high. That is your indication to go long. And unfortunately, it happened on the 4 hours. So it really didn't give you a chance to get long. Let's look at the stop on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, it formed bearish divergence all the way back there, so that doesn't help us at all. If you are a buyer and you want to get in on axisALiVE, you unfortunately have missed this boat now, right? You should have been interested down here. And if we pull up our fib tool from the lows to the highs, I know this is a beautiful chart on the logarithmic chart, right? But we want to get in positions, so we need to look at it on the linear because we want to buy, right? If you got some at the 61.8 even, like if you caught the falling knife here, you've already gotten your double and you've gotten a free position in this coin. So that's risk free, even if you bought the highest fib level. If you bought the 78.6 level, this is why blindly, some grannies will blindly buy these fib levels and still do really, really well, right? Because it didn't give you a chance. This was actually, to be fair, this was the double bottom here that formed. This was your first bottom. Rallied off and then bottomed again and off you went. So technically you do have a nice W here, right? Off you go. Now I didn't draw that in correctly either way. You get my point, right? So it's now rallied off. You can use once again these macro areas. I don't know if this is going to go higher here. We've seen the RSI much higher in the past. Now I've looked at the USD value. Sorry about that. Let's go to our pulse values because we want to farm these coins versus pulse, right? So everything that I said previously still applies. No bearish divergences to speak of. Let's look here. Okay, so there is some bearish divs here on the daily. Indicator going lower, yet our price is going higher. So hopefully this gives you another chance. And this actually looks much more reasonable on the daily time frame. And I mean, here it gave you the perfect, picture perfect buy signal, right? It was in location. Did we even have bullish divs? So no clear bullish divs. But it doesn't matter. It didn't need that. You can see the small little W here. Let me draw that in for you. Very, very small W here. And that's very sneaky that it didn't really give you a chance to get in. Small little W on the daily versus PLS was enough to pump this all the way up. And this is why your favorite coins, you need to watch them closely, because the market's never going to give you anything for free. So small little W, it's all it needed, and off it went. This is what is called the nosebleed section, right? Doesn't mean it can't go higher. I don't know how high it's going to go when it's going to top out, but I can tell you where I would be interested in getting some of this. My first level would be 103 million PLS per AXiS, that is the 61.8, and 53 million PLS per AXiS if you get to those levels. How the granny will handle this is she might get some at the 61.8 and then a little bit at the 78.6 level. And if you're as lucky to get it at the 24 million area, she would put in another percentage there. So yeah, locally, if we ignore what happened previously, these are our buy levels, and they're kind of lining up if we just look at it like that. Yeah. So this is going to be very, very powerful here, as these are overlapping reload zones, locally and macro, right there. And when you see these reload zones overlap like that, it's going to be a lot of buying pressure up there. I mean, what can we do? We can do some point of control or a volume analysis, and we can see how beautifully it came back to this area. Literally came into the point of control and off it went. The signs were there. Not only that, this is also the breakout level. Came back to retest those levels. This is called the sign of strength. So yeah, a healthy chart. It's performed really, really well. Congrats to AXiS and the holders of this coin. I think they've done really, really well with this coin.